Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the playoffs of the W3Champions Season 12 Finals. We're down to the top 8, and this is day 1 of the top 8. We got the entire weekend packed with Warcraft 3 action. We're gonna start today with a lot of elves. We got all the elves here today in Colorful, Foggy, and Kaho, the strongest represented race in the top 8, and they will be facing Soin, one of the 2 orcs we got here alongside Focus. So China 2 times, Korea 1 time, Ukraine 1 time, and Canada 1 time. As Mr. Carson is by my side.
Hello. How you doing tonight, Neil? How are you doing?
Dude, I got you by my side. I get Warcraft games coming. Couldn't be better.
True. Yeah, pretty exciting. I'm stoked to watch Soin again. I'll be honest with you. I've been waiting to see if he keeps up his performance from last week, and of course all these other players. Well, they're Night Elf, but, you know, I'm sure they're all going to play excellent today. I'm sure everyone is bringing their A game. Everyone's going to have good conditions, good ping, because we're going to equalize the ping. It's going to be excellent. I'm very, very excited.
You know what's also very excellent, Carson? I looked at the Matcherino for our tournament just a couple of days ago, and I was shocked. When we left the broadcast on Sunday, we were hovering around 2K, more or less. And then we got this. Wait, oh, it's not here. Wait, we got
this.
UD fan, $1,500 as a direct contribution to the prize pool. That's just insane. UD fan is a very, very generous Chinese who's also sponsoring Show Cup and Starry Sky Cup, etc., etc. He is donating a lot to the cause of competitive Warcraft 3, and he did that here. So all the shout-outs and all the love to UD fans.
Yeah, you know what us kids say about that, right, Neil? You know what we say?
No.
The saying. We say, sheesh. That's what we say to that.
Okay.
Some of us, at least. Not all, but, you know, I do.
All right, then. That is the schedule for the day. We got the bracket here, everybody. Of course, we're going to continue this tournament tomorrow and the day after. The bracket looks like this. We got Colorful versus Soin. We got Kaho versus Foggy in the Night Elf Civil War. We got another mirror match in Happy versus Labyrinth. That is the match that I'm looking forward to the most tomorrow. And we got Focus versus Sock to determine the 4th winner bracket semifinalist. And then, of course, we're going to go through all the winner bracket and all the lower bracket and have a grand final on Sunday.
Should be very, very fun. A lot of great players. Yeah, interested to see Labyrinth for sure, how he does in that Undead Mirror. He definitely has his own way of playing, and it's always nice to see people that have a unique style go deep in tournaments, people that aren't just, you know, copying the top of the top of the top of the top. So it'll be nice. There's a lot of still strong players left over. Far less Chinese players. And a few less humans than maybe we would like, but still, everyone here. I know a lot of people were excited to see Kaho as well. So,
Kaho,
people,
rising star.
A ton of him today. Yeah.
Top 4, top 5 in the world currently. You mentioned it. Only 2 Chinese left, and that is due to the play-ins that we had last weekend. Sini was in 15 Sway, Ice Orc, Fortitude, strong Chinese representation, but they were all kicked out. It was Korea, with Labyrinth, Soin, and Sock. Foggy at the bottom side defeating Starbuck in a crazy match. But the biggest surprise for me is indeed Soin. 2-0 over Lawlight, who's usually one of the strongest Night Elf versus Orcs. In general, I would have said that Soin is one of the weaker Orc versus Night Elf players if you compare him to the likes of Focus and also Lin, of course, and also Fly. But last weekend, he showed up big.
Yeah, he played insane. I watched those games again of that 75 supply against 50 supply in Concealed Hill game, and then I believe game 2 with Last Refuge was a Talon game, or no, Springtime Talon game. When that was a Smooth Criminal game, Springtime game. Just what a great series. As an Orc player, what a pleasure, what a privilege to be able to see and to be able to cast those games. It was just such an excellent performance. And hopefully for Orc players' sake, we're going to be seeing something like that again today.
Oh, hells yeah. It feels like Soin finally had his breakthrough performance versus Night Elf. He had this before, but kinda only against Moon. There he shined in many matches against all the others and looked kind of grim. Today he's facing Colorful, who is one of the best Night Elf versus Orc players in the world. So let's see. This is again proving ground in a bracket full of Night Elves. Soin can become a hero here today.
He would be our hero. He would be our hero, absolutely.
Your hero, at least.
Yes.
I'm always cheering for the Night Elves. I mean, there's a lot of Night Elf hate in the scene, but not for me. My favorite players in pretty much all the regions is a Night Elf. In the Asians region, it's Lawlight. In the European region, always cheering for Kevin. And in the Americas, I'm a Pato kind of guy. Also Rezamoon recently. So I hold the Night Elf flag up high.
I'm very impressed with Razormoon. I'm excited to see him on more Wednesdays. I know everybody has been very impressed with him. I think at first it's always a little bit disappointing for us NA players to maybe lose to a not familiar name. I think in the Rowerland qualifiers that was true with Razormoon. But now that he's more of a familiar face, I think everyone's just really impressed with his play. So yeah, that's a name that hope to see again on Wednesdays, of course. And I think we had a good success this Wednesday, Neil. What do you think? I
think so too.
Our cup?
45 players in the Americas region. Fantastic and great games. Cool to see Duck back. In general, the NA Cup will be happening every single Wednesday. We're going to move it a little earlier, probably like half an hour earlier, as we went long on Wednesdays. But apart from that, yeah, we're here to stay with the NA Cup, but of course also the W3Champions. If you guys want to boost the prize pool to more than $3,500, maybe we can crack the 4K, maybe we can even crack the 5K. The best way to contribute is to grab yourself one of these amazing profile pictures that Kenshin did for us. You can represent your race on ladder whenever you queue, whenever you match someone on W3Champions. You can show your love for the undeads, the orcs, the humans, or the night elves, and of course the goats of the respective races. Only $5. All contributions will be going to the prize pool directly. As your keyboard is really loud, Carson, please behave.
Oh, sorry. I'll mute when I type. As long as you can vamp. As long as you can vamp when I do vetoes.
Yeah, we got a lot of maps here. So go chip in. W3Cfinals.back2warcraft.com. Yeah, Carson today, double duty.
Yes. You might see me wide-eyed and looking back and forth at 3 monitors, everybody. It's because I'm doing adminning, which I haven't done. I was just saying this. I haven't done since Dust League Grand Finals Laliat versus Foggy. So I'll let you guys do the math how long ago it was the last time I did any admin work. So
long time ago. Carson can still remember. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Glad to see you not only supporting the prize pool, but also us. Thank you, Abra Kebabra, for the 22-month resub. Happy 11/11. 2 times elf. Day of nightmares for Slash. It's 3 times elf, actually. And Charlie with the 2-month resub. Carson should play guitar in the game breaks. As we said, Carson really busy. And also the Demo Man. Very busy. I hope you saw this on Twitter, as today is November 11/11. In Germany, that's a reason to celebrate Carnival.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in some regions of Germany at least. You dress. It's basically the jolly version of Halloween. So you're not going as anything spooky, but something fun, and just go out in the streets and celebrate. And the Demo Man dressed up as a beer today. It's looking absolutely fantastic. I'm a little jealous of that jacket. But yeah, I mean, wear your inside out is, I guess, the motto of Remo Demo today. And that's why he's not here, but he will be back tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just, you might have heard a little bit of surprise in my voice. The reason why I was surprised is because November 11th here in Canada is Remembrance Day, where we have, like, it's Veterans Day, essentially. So it's almost the polar opposite of what it is in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Carson!
Wait, I do have a poppy, actually. I should put my poppy out here. This is what we do in Canada. We put a poppy over our hearts.
Oh, wonderful.
There it is. There it is. Happy Remembrance Day to my Canadian friends out there. There we go.
Shout out, everybody. You can ask the players if they are ready to go. This game will also be on Flow TV. This game has the ping equalizer on, but we don't even need it. C and East is the server. Colorful on 33 ping. Soin on 33 ping. Colorful on 34 ping. This is just as good as it gets, and we kick things off. Once again, this is the opening match of the playoffs of the W3Champions finals. Colorful versus Soin. The winner faces the winner of Foggy and Kaho. So all three regions represented, but who takes the lead in this very match? I think Colorful goes into this as the favorite, but Soin surprised us before in the play-ins where he eliminated Lawliot. Can he do it again against a player with a very different playstyle? Or will it be the Colorful show all over again?
Let's find out.
There we are. Our maps, by the way, are Last Refuge, Northern Isles, and Concealed Hill.
Very standard, I would say, nowadays. Last Refuge. Me as an Orc player would be a map that I would avoid. Of course, I'm terrified of Talons, but Soin seems to not be. And then Concealed Hill, of course, the most standard Orc versus Night Elf. When I picture Orc versus Night Elf, Keeper versus Blade, I imagine Concealed Hill. And the Northern Isles may be considered a weak Night Elf map, but that's why I believe it was Soin that picked that, and then it was Colorful that picked, that it was Colorful that picked Last Refuge, and then it was Soin that picked Northern Isles. So all seems to make sense for both players.
For some reason, I don't have sound, and I don't know why it is. I have to restart my Warcraft afterwards. So sorry about that. In the first game, we might not have sound here. I tried absolutely everything to get it to work. Yeah.
It's a new bug.
That is a new bug indeed. It's completely gone. I hear nothing. Sorry about that, but thank you, Smoke, for the 5 gifties. Thank you for replacing Carson yesterday in the Fall Guys tournament that we played.
Thank you.
We didn't win.
A little bit disappointing, but I'm glad somebody was able to take over. I'm glad it was somebody as cool as Smoke. I know that a lot of people would get on the mic and they'd be like, but Smoke was cool as a cucumber around the famous Artosis, which was dope.
And the famous Neo.
Of course, yes. How could I forget?
We got a Demon Hunter versus Blade Master matchup, everybody, and I'm a little surprised to see Colorful picking Last Refuge, because that is usually the Talon map, and I'd say he's usually better in the normal play style, but good to have some diversity.
Yeah, definitely. I think I even said this last week that a player like Colorful and a player like Moon tend to stubbornly just play Keeper, Alchemist, Tier 2, Mass Archer, Mass Huntress, whereas a player like Lawliot I was mentioning will play some different things like Talons, play different things like Lores, but going to Last Refuge, maybe showing Colorful willing to go outside of his comfort zone. But Soin might actually, is he going to get this Trapper? That is so unorthodox. He's going to get it.
Wow, and that's big. Leveling on Last Refuge is not the easiest in comparison to, for example, Amazonia, where you get level 2 for free. Not the case here. First experience, first little steal by Soin. So he's off to a good start. He goes for the single Blade Master Harass once again. That worked well against Lawlight. And giving Soin this matchup is kind of weird because he looked so good against Talons, especially the TC control was off the charts, like always keeping range from the Demon Hunter, shooting from the furthest distance possible. Not too sure if that strategic choice by Colorful is the right one.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to mention the same. The TC control was out of control, and for now, Soin is doing a good job. He's used all his mana, and he's going to have to eventually go back for salves, at least for that grunt. But what he isn't doing, importantly, he's not allowing the Demon Hunter to level any further. If the Blade Master's level 1 and the Demon Hunter's level 1, that is good for the Orc player. If the Demon's level 3 and the Blade is level 3, that is good for the Night Elf player. Grunt dying is always going to be bad for Soin, but he instead gets the Archer, so yeah, all things considered, a very good start for Soin.
Yeah, this is a pretty insane start, if you ask me. 138 experience without a single creep spot.
Yeah.
Troll, Wisps, Archer, stole the staff. This is just phenomenal.
Very, very good. And we'll see Colorful try to snipe this Priest, I imagine. If he gets the whole camp, that would be level 2? It must be level 2, yeah. If he gets this whole camp, we'll see if Soin is aware. He doesn't, of course, have a Windwalk Soin. He's just going to run straight across the map. He's playing the Razorman style, but without a Farseer, it seems.
Okay. Shadow Priest goes to the Demon Hunter. Yeah. That's exactly what he does. Like, harass again. And this timing, if he can spend some time here, could delay the wins by a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And he could have maybe even canceled that third well if he had a couple more seconds. For now, it's just going to be Wisps and potentially even Hunter's Hall cancel if it was going to be something tricky like Lures. But of course, is going to be wins, as we know. 3 archers could be pressured by this Dust of Appearance. The Moonwells are still quite healthy, but not forever. They're not infinite, as some people might think. And these archers, very, very vulnerable.
Some people? Yeah? You too? Are you counting that?
Yeah, maybe me. Maybe not, though.
Gotta figure it out yourself. Oh man, this is such a big delay already. We go TC, we go Raider Walker. That was the standard for Soin in the play-in stage. But it feels like Colorful is regaining control of this match. The wins come up in time. At least one of them, Lumber, looking fine. Maybe his macro is a little odd. And the base is not walled off.
Yeah, that's something we're so used to seeing with the Talons, right? But the Ancient War, it's necessary to move it over to the Mercenary camp just to get some creeping done. And of course, now that Colorful knows Soin has no mana in the way of a Windwalk and has, very, very low HP on his grunts, maybe he's going to go for that Mercenary camp. Of course, Soin is going to know this. As soon as the Demon Hunter gets any space on Last Refuge, it's immediately the Merc camp every single time. So we'll see if he's able to do anything without health or mana on his blade. He's got the staff, though.
Exactly. He can get out of pretty much every situation, but the Demon Hunter is packing quite a punch with that circlet. So this is just time bought. It's not big damage done. It's no archer kills or anything, but there is no progress on Colorful's army, like at all. Demon Hunter, not even evasion. No levels, of course, on the Beastmaster. The TC is leveling like crazy now.
Yeah, the Beastmaster's getting solo XP right now. I mean, generally, you'd want it to be the Demon Hunter getting this experience, but the Demon Hunter is necessary in the defense. Rune Bracers will be one for the shop later on. Berserker picked up for Colorful just for more creeping. And TC, with 2 grunts currently, going to start creeping the expansion. It seems like Soin just playing it pure standard. Now, pure standard, as I'm used to it, is a 40 supply expansion. For Soin's side, but last week he seemed to not like playing the tier 2 Expo. So we'll see if he keeps it 1 base versus 1 base. I would be surprised, but maybe there's been some innovations.
He does have a lot of gold floating currently. He's at 300. Or he was at 400 something. But so far it's the Burrow, and it's going to be a 50 pop army then. On the other side, Colorful is finally getting his army together with the first talent, and he's moving out with that talent. Gotta be careful. Blade Master, pretty much no issue for Colorful. TC also very hurt. You don't want to engage into this, do you?
This is the classic Lin timing, though, against Talons, right before Master Training finishes. In fact, in this case, it's actually quite before Master Talon Training finishes, and you have 1 Raider, 1 Walker, level 2 TC. This is very standard to get some damage done before you have Cyclone. And he's actually going to find the first archer. Was that a heal scroll? No, that was Moonwells being used right there. And a second archer could go down. The Spirit Link kind of being countered by the Fairy Fire, but this is a strong, strong timing for Soin just to drain a little bit of mana off these heroes and these Talons.
Wow, really well done by Soin, getting 2 kills, taking some damage off the blade, and of course leveling that Blade Master up to 2. He had 0 losses except a little bit of HP and of course mana. This worked out really well. Gotta be careful with Raider Walker, and there's of course very little control now in the absence of a Keeper, in the absence of Dryads. And Talons are Master Training is still so far away. We're gonna have a depth upgrade for Talons, the Dispel at pretty much the perfect time, and the TC is getting closer and closer to 3.
Yeah, Talons have one advantage at this stage, though, of course, and it's if they're given the space, they're very, very fast at creeping with the magic damage compared to what maybe the Raiders and the, slow grunts right now. But Someone's still going to get a shop, and he's going to get Scrolled Beast, which could be good if he takes a fight not near any wisps right now. But I think the creeping right now is more impactful for Colorful, as he's going to reach level 3 Demon Hunter if he gets this camp and maybe 1 more in the way of the remnants of that shop. Also going to get a Wand of the Wind. More Cyclone for your Cyclone. Why not, I guess?
True that. Little Cyclone for free. Save some mana. The Talons, of course, have to still gather some of these. And there is an expansion, as you prophesized, at 50 supply, though, after the initial push. That's a strong army. That's going to be good levels. It's going to get the red. And what about the items? First heal scroll, first invo potion. That is super important. Medallion of Courage, also very nice for the TC. But Colorful, I think he sees that expo and he wants to do something about it.
Yeah, Colorful probably going to be thinking about canceling that sooner rather than later. He doesn't want to allow it to get too far up because it is hard to find the positioning against this amount of Raiders. So that's why Soin is going so aggressive. He doesn't maybe necessarily want to take a fight right now, but what he does want to do is, of course, delay. But the shockwaves we mentioned were so good in this one. Decent as well. Hits a couple of units, but I think Soin maybe could win this fight. He's going to catch the Demon Hunter out of position and no Town Portal right now.
Oh, the TC will be burned. Cyclone before the next Shockwave. This is once again beautiful. He's just a master of Shockwaves, Carson. Who does it better than Soin? Catches the Demon Hunter who has no TP. There is a staff though. But the Raiders, they're causing some trouble in the back line. Colorful trailing here. And Soin, he's just buying time for his expo. But once again, he's just destroying a Talon army so far.
Oh, the heal scroll's perfect. The DH, the potion's on cooldown. Windwalk used. The DH goes down, and the TP might be forced with the next Raider. Okay, one grunt fell, but that's the first unit to fall for Soin. Perhaps even this game. Town Portal forced Raider microed back perfectly as always, and the Ancient of War next on the menu. Was that a second heal scroll? And this isn't even a game-winning fight. Soin doesn't need a win here. He has an expansion coming up behind this.
Incredible fight by Soin. He's tearing this base apart. Goes for the Beastmaster once again. You can't mana burn at the moment. The big carry, the Demon Hunter, the orb, it's all gone. Demon Hunter dies with the potion on him. Super unfortunate. And Colorful, he can't even rebuild this army. This is a total disaster. Soin, after years and years of struggling against Night Elf, finally found a solution with his very, very own style. Shockwave against the shop and the Moonwell and the altar. Will this Demon Hunter even come back?
It doesn't seem likely at this point. I mean, Soin does lose a couple of units. He loses a Walker, importantly, but the next Walker has some mana left over. Shop is being, or rather, Altar's being focused on, and Soin's just going to run away. Why not? His expansion's up. He perfectly transfers the peons on times. He didn't forget about that at all. And he can fall back, get heal scroll, get mana, heal up his army. And as you mentioned, this is a very, very supply blocked Colorful, and of course, a no Moon Juice Colorful as well, which is an awful position to be in. Colorful has one more fight in him.
Colorful lost every single Moonwell here. That's insane! That is insane! What a push. What a distraction push by Soin. Can't believe my eyes. I hope Lola, it feels a little better now about being eliminated last week. Because this is just like... This army composition also super Raider heavy. Not even caring too much about the Cyclone. TC always has mana. Would love to see a mana potion, but didn't have the resources. This is just pure dominance.
Yeah, Soin is just owning right now. And if given a little bit more time, he would have taken the next red camp as well. But of course, he's going to be forced into a fight still. Just the perfect flowchart of options for Soin currently. Beats a mana burn, but better Shockwave beaten by Colorful right now. And Colorful has to do something serious right now and kill this expansion or else it's game over.
Well, I think the only option he got is to tap out in a second. Massive Dispel on the two Quilbies. They won't help at all anymore. I can't believe my eyes. If the Raiders connect once again, these talents will all fall, and Colorful will just spend all his resources in just rebuilding the Moonwell. So this is very, very poor fighting army or standing army for the Chinese. W3Champions, man, it's just not the Chinese tournament at all. They didn't even, did they win a single best of 3? Yeah, I think when it was China versus China, they did. But apart from that, no game as Soin continues his rampage through the Night of Sentinel.
This guy's playing damn good. That was outrageous. He just made that look completely imbalanced in Orc's favor, which maybe nowadays you could argue this is Orc favored. Talons against Orc. That's why it's not so standard anymore. But Soin just has all the answers, all the timings, everything going his way. Even with the Unorthodox opener, running across to steal that Trapper. Like, who does that? And he gets the Trapper. It's just, what a performance. My God.
Yeah, I think we have to change the narrative. Soin, with his very own style, an absolute beast in this matchup. And I fixed my sound. Sorry about that. as we have our players coming soon onto map 2, which is then going to be Northern Isles, and that is the #1 ORC map in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I'm honestly not sure why, but every night elf sure says it. I could speculate, I suppose. Maybe the expansion a little bit predictable, perhaps hard to contest for the shop in the mid game because it's too hard to creep to contest for that position of vulnerability. And the orc, once he gets maybe a first raider out, you can always pull that and creep that yourself, or maybe the first shaman's out, you can pull that and creep yourself. But honestly, and maybe fast level 3 shadow hunter's a reason too. But honestly, I've never been entirely sure why this is such a bad night elf map. But if Foggy says it, it's got to be true.
Match points for Soin. Winner bracket semifinal. This is once again one of these miraculous WC3 runs for Soin, just like 3 seasons ago. Our players are ready. We look at the tail of the tape once more. Colorful dominated this matchup for such a long time, especially versus Soin. We see it here, 62% win rate. Top 4 Night Elf versus top 4 Orc, but it did look like they're not on the same level. This was the Soin show from start to finish, and he could close it out and advance into the winner's semi if he gets just one more. Let's get it on.
All right. Northern Isles probably going to be a more standard game, of course, which is going to be still Blade Master on the side of Soin, but maybe a different starting hero on the side of Colorful. Would be very, very surprised to see a Demon Hunter, although his Ancient of War may indicate it's 50-50 between Keeper and Demon Hunter, actually, because you tend to go for maybe the Tuskar camp with the Keeper and the permanent item for the Demon Hunter, because permanent item Demon Hunter is always going to scale better, but I suppose we'll wait and see.
Yeah. Before we go into the ins and outs of this matchup, thank you Sepsi for the Prime sub, Riva for the 17-month resub, Narcotics for the 2-year sub, Dodo for the 9-month, and Scars for the 15-month. And I hope you got the Streamlabs open, Carson. Can you read the sub message?
From Scars, it says, hello, with an A, bin site 15, Monaten, Dabe? Dabe?
Dabai.
Dabai? Dabai? Dabai.
Dabai.
I see. Gotcha.
Damn, your German is getting better and better every stream.
Yeah, is that right?
It is.
Every stream.
I keep you on your toes. You learn fast a lot. All good.
I'll take your word for it.
All right, then. What do we got here? We got match points for Soin, of course. This time, he will be up against the Keeper, but will we see talents again? Probably not. This map a lot further open than Last Refuge, and so we go into the standard with Mass Tier 1 and expansion, and this is, I think, where Soin still might have some issues.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where Colorful's going to shine. This is where he's very, very comfortable. This is his bread and butter. It's going to be a more standard game. The peon, speaking of standard, is going to do what is now the standard pull to just slow down the Keeper at all costs, and the Blade Master probably going to creep both Murloc camps for level 2. Someone's going to be looking for wards or illusions, of course, from that second big Murloc camp and Slivers of Agility here. If he gets the illusions of the wards, it's going to make his life in the early game much, much easier.
Oh yeah. This is a lot about these consumables, but first we go for the stat boosting items, a little bit of HP. For the Blade Master, not the biggest deal of all times. On the other side, more intelligence, more damage, more mana for the Keeper, and that feels good. When you just defeated in every single encounter on map 1, and then you get a stat boost item of Circlet and Mantle. Colorful, this early game should be yours.
Yeah, quite nice for Soin, though, to bait with that peon so that he's able to get this Huntsman, but he's still going to give up level 2 to the Keeper because he gave up that little bit of experience, but at least Soin's able to steal that Huntsman, and the Keeper's going to go forward, perhaps looking for not just the Grunt, but maybe some peon kills. He's too late for the second Burrow cancel at this stage. Maybe if you ran a more direct path, you'd be able to do it, but of course, peons are always on the menu for Colorful.
Or stealing the creeps away.
Bold.
That was a little odd. Okay.
Carson speaking German sounds like me speaking English, says Baron.
Here's the expansion. This is, yeah, I think when map 1 was the big strength of Soin playing Raider Walker TC against the not so strong style of Colorful. This is the other way around. And so I'm really surprised why they picked the respective maps. Oh, nice last hit. Because I would put it the other way around. Like, if I'm Soin, I really want to play TC. Let's pick Last Refuge. If I'm Colorful, I really want to force my opponent into playing the standard. So yeah, little bizarro world here today.
For sure, yeah, a little bit flip-flop for these two players. Nice clarity cancel by the Archer. There's no dust of appearance to pressure that Archer. And of course, I think that was a little sloppy from Soin there, just that exchange at the green camp. He could have not only put some more damage on the Keeper when he was sort of sitting idle in Windwalk, he wanted to hide himself, but there's really no need to. Colorful probably aware that Soin has a read on that. And then allowing him to get that last hit, he could have definitely denied that with the mana he had, but at least for Soin's sake, he's going to find the expansion early on. Doesn't have level 2 for Mirror Image. Shout out Rima Demo, but he does have decent damage. Colorful's gonna have to respect this.
And he has a staff, so he can get out of Entangle. But okay, just a little bit of damage as he has only 2 selves left. He wants to disengage earlier. And Colorful is on a good track, I guess, but he has yet to face the big push of Soin or counter expansion already at tier 2. We see the Shadow Hunter, we see Shaman, and Beastery coming up as well. So far, so standard. Tech is far away for Colorful, though.
Yeah, very, very greedy expansion, so the tech is going to suffer for that. But as long as Colorful is able to get this creeping done, able to get that tree up, which it is now just finishing, he's going to be totally fine with this delayed tech. Keeper, couple of rings, which is going to be decent for that Alchemist, of course, later on. Blade Master going to windwalk back in, but the wards worth their weight in gold right now as the Shadow Hunter's coming out, but he's going to be struggling to creep, especially once his Keeper hits 3, which is right now.
Yeah, he will be roaming, that's for sure. Thank you, Tarmok, for the €2. Send out more Weekly Cup shoutouts, you lazy bums. Only 11 signups so far. Yeah, guys, the turnout for the normal weekly on Friday is really, really poor this week. We're going to start this right after the matches of the W3Champions finals, so get in there. cup.backtowarcraft.com. Oh, nice steal. That's exactly what we were talking about. Like, Colorful, all the freedom in the world now with this Keeper.
Yeah, first Shaman and first Windrider coming out, though. That's going to help out Soin a ton to get his creeping done. Windrider is such an excellent addition. So surprised people didn't do this for a while. They were just going Grunt Shaman without the Bestiary. Nowadays, we see the Raiders find so much value. We see this first Windrider finding so much value. And the Blade Master trying to find value himself on the side of Colorful right now, trying to cancel that gold mine, but Soin finds no openings. And Colorful, he doesn't need to find an opening. He just needs to sit here and not allow the Shadow to creep. He's going to be a huge advantage.
Exactly. I think the same. If he can transition into a safe tier 2, get the second Engine of War up, get the Mass out, level up the Alchemist, he's gonna be fine. And I think there's also a new style for Night Elf to go instant aggression with the Alchemist, not creeping. When it's working fine, it's more delay. It forces the Blade Master back, so Colorful checking all the boxes.
Soin trying to get a little bit of experience, does get that amount from the Murloc, but Colorful doing a good job of not allowing Soin to creep anything big, and of course he's going to be mining, assuming he hasn't forgotten any Wisps now at his expansion. The Entangled Gold Mine finished entangling, and soon we're going to see 2 Ancient of War Archer production, I would have to imagine. Colorful not one to go tier 3 too often. And especially with this early of an expansion, you really don't have to go tier 3. You can just get up to 60-70 supply with a heal score and a level 3 Alchemist ASAP, and then pretty much attack move into the Orc if they allow you to, and that's the win condition for Colorful.
Carson, Soin forgot a burrow. I mean, he can still go for upgrades, but he's stuck at 40 now. The Barrack's still busy, the Beasteries, the Lodge still busy, Warmill coming as well, but with that, he has to give up the middle. Like, there's no chance to contest.
Yeah, maybe the shop would be contestable with this second, third Shaman, but now Wand of the Wind going to be used. Is this just a dead blade? Does he have some way of giving vision? I imagine he has. He actually doesn't have Sentinel. Okay, he does have Dust. Mirror Image Train, though, and used. And Soin actually going to get out of this. Oh my god.
That was a big investment by Soin, by Colorful. One of the Wind, 2 Entangle, lots of mana, Dust as well. Good for Soin. And now the burrow is finished. He can creep further. Soon to be level 3. Didn't pick the second skill point yet. Waiting for a surprise Hex moment.
Yeah, perhaps trying to see how many archers Colorful commits into. Sometimes Night Elf players will go very, very Huntress heavy. Sometimes they'll just immediately start going into archers. Both are kind of a viable option depending on the expansion timing. So maybe someone wants to get a scout on just what the army is. I think in this situation, he will go wards level 2. Which is probably the better choice, which he has now done. But yeah, Hex, maybe a possibility, but Potion of Vulnerability also there. So I think that would be a little ambitious, let's say.
It would be a Soin play. He was one of the first to move away from Serpent Wards and Heal Wave and just try to get an opening with Hex. You can always retrain later, especially once this expansion is up, but that will take some time. Soin has to distract for a long while, and he's taking the fight to do so.
Yeah, we saw how excellent Soin's control was last week in these sorts of fights, but he wasn't up against this many units this early. The expansion was so quick that Colorful already 60 supply, and not slowing down at all. One archer cut out of position, another one's already fallen, but a couple of units dropping low on the Orc side of things. Heal Wave skilled, and now out of position Keeper. The Alchemist is the one with the Potion of Vulnerability, but Cyclone used excellent again. Potion passed. Keeper might have to use it very, very soon.
Okay, there we go. Army for Soin looks pretty poor right now, but Hunter's also falling. It's only a couple of seconds once the Keeper is out of invul. There we go. One more Windwalk and the Greater Heal Potion. Soin, can you create some magic with only your heroes? Not really. And there's not much left on the Orc side of life.
Not much at all. A couple Huntresses maybe could be traded out. The question is, do you want to use aggressive purges, and do you want to use that greater heal as well? Someone seems to answer that no. He wants to save these for a rainy day, so he's going to back away. He's bought enough time, I would say, for his Great Hall to not be canceled, but maybe if Colorful runs straight over, he'll actually be able to cancel it at like 95%, which is why Someone is playing very, very defensive. He's going to have a Watchtower up. No reinforced defenses, though, and not a lot of mana on the Shadow Hunter.
Ooh, Expo isn't up yet. Exactly, we had 300 gold, only 40 pop. This looks like a good game for the Night Elf. 4 and 3 heroes. And the Blade Master, he's just toast in a second. Does this Watchtower buy enough time for the Great Hall? But there's also so many archers. Look at these Raiders, Carson, they just melt.
Yeah, maybe going for the Keeper could be the play. Someone should now realize the HP of both of these heroes. Heal Wave not there to save the Wind Rider, there to save the Raider for the time being. Yeah, someone's just going for hero focus. That's the only play right now. A lot of Lightning Shield into the back is actually quite nice. Okay, Great Hall does get up, so now the units that were sacrificed for a reason, but what units are to the left? The Grunt goes down, last Shamans are falling. It's just illusions.
It's nothing. Purge on the Alchemist, but oh, he frees him again. He has a crit backstab. Can he get this Alchemist? That would be the way back. Is there something in the marketplace? Not really. Oh, there's an Ankh if he wants to commit, but no, Soin is backing up to take care of these archers. Burrow down as well. Soin trailing at 30. But as long as the Blade Master's in the fight, there is a chance. Critical Strike, Keeper. Soin trying to fight for dear life. He's facing twice the supply. But his lifeline is the Expo. And these archers are very, very hurt. Is there a chance back?
Yeah, the Blade kind of carrying there. If only Colorful had maybe a Staff of Teleportation, he could have brought the Alchemist back immediately with full health and mana, but he's got to run all the way back. But Colorful is going to stop off at the shop and heal Scroll Potion of Invulnerability. And then he's probably just going to go again. And Soin running out of steam. He's completely out of units. The only way for Soin to hold on, I would say, would be Speed Scroll, use every Purge on the Keeper, and try to force this Town Portal once Colorful inevitably comes back.
I think so too. This next engagement will probably decide the game. If Soin can hold on longer and Colorful is not teching, he will stabilize. He can come back. He's setting up the Snake Pit now. Only one Shaman though. That is such a big issue. And Tangle will reign supreme. The Treants will reign supreme. Colorful patiently waiting until the snakes expire. Love this play. An ice cold killer. Here we go. Probably last engagement. Will the hero focus work?
Oh, one Ensnare used on the Keeper, but the second one did not land. The wards have been focused down by the archers preemptively. Wisps are here. Treants are on the peons. Again, Purge and Ensnare aggressively entangled to stop the DPS of the Blade. Another Purge. Heal Scroll used. Another Raider reinforces him. This Town Portal's forced, actually.
For
Unless
sure.
he lets the Keeper die. Okay.
Oh my, if that last hit is a crit, the Keeper is just dead. But Soin lives. Yes, he's facing 75 pop, but he also has 300 gold. He can produce from 3 buildings at the same time. Upgrades are coming too. Soin's not out of this yet.
Yeah, he's can produce a ton of units in a short amount of time. He uses Crystal Ball to reveal where Colorful's moving out of his base, and that is only one way forward. Push and vulnerability still available. Really surprised, by the way, Colorful didn't purchase that earlier.
Yeah.
Knowing Soin only had one out, Soin not able to get it. He tried to with the Windwalk.
So close.
But now Colorful has it, and I don't know if Soin has another play like that up his sleeve once Colorful pushes again, because 73 versus 48, here he comes.
Well, a wise man once said Soin has the best micro in the world. He needs exactly that right now. There's Wisps coming for the detonate. I missed them a little bit, but maybe there weren't enough Shaman to justify them. Okay, is it hero focus again? We have an invul. We have a TP. Still no staff is a massive issue. And there we go. Blade Master onto the Keeper, trying to hold.
He's got 4 Raiders. That's enough to nearly permanently ensnare this hero, but the Entangle is enough to permanently kill this Blade Master if you don't have enough Shaman mana. The wards are doing decent damage, but the Alchemist has mana to counter all this for the time being. Level 5 now on the Keeper. That's going to be plenty of treants to kill all these peons. Wisps come in to detonate. Don't land too flush, but I don't think it really matters. 76 against 49, and the heroes are not strong enough for Soin to do what he did against the Lad of Concealed Hill last week.
Just brute force by Colorful. Quantity over quality is the name of the game. And Soin just hanging by a thread. The shop might help him for another mana potion. He has the gold for it. This Alchemist, by the way, 9 armor and lifesteal and heal spray. That's insane! Blade Master on the verge of dying, and Soin calls the game. Colorful ties it up 1-1.
Yeah, Colorful showing what you can do if you get a very, very quick expansion. It doesn't really matter if the map is going to favor Soin. If you can get that 2-base economy rolling and you can just pump out archers, sometimes you can just break the Orc before they ever get strong enough. The Orc needs to hold out till you get the 4/4 heroes so you can get a 60 supply army. But Soin not able to do that, and we'll see if you can do it at Concealed Hill, though. That's map number 3.
Exactly. The Decider is coming. I feel like the timings worked a lot better for Colorful here in this game. It was also, as we said in the very beginning, his style of playing this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's what makes him so strong. Just standard and overwhelm your opponent at a time. And I worry a little bit for Soin now, because Concealed is next.
Yeah.
Northern Isles is usually the best map for Orc to play this kind of Night Elf versus Orc. And Concealed is going to be another mass tier 1 style for Night Elf. This is a little problematic.
Yeah, I do worry a little bit for my Orc friend here. Of course, we are now in the point of the tournament where you get another chance if you lose a best of 3, but that's not a position you want to necessarily be in for either of these players.
Exactly. Chaos Front, thank you for buying a W3Champions Season 12 Night Elf profile picture. We saw each other on ladder the other day. GG's, mate. GG. Okay, Decider. Who moves into the winner bracket semifinal to face either Foggy or Kaho? It would be the same matchup for Soin if he advances. It would be, of course, a mirror match for Colorful if he does it. You think Soin is against the ropes now? You think he lost the momentum? You think he's trailing?
I think maybe Concealed Hill, although it would be a stronger map for Night Elf, I think Soin will be comfortable here because it's just so commonly played. So someone's going to know what to do, despite it maybe being a strong map for Colorful here. I think he's pretty confident.
All right. We have new subs. Thank you, Stars and Stripes, for the 46-month resub, and Jack Mayol for the 26-month resub. Love you guys. Shout out. Foggy vs. Cow, of course, afterwards. We have 3 more series after this, plus the FFA Grand Final. It is a packed day here on day 3 of the W3Champions Finals.
FFA Grand Final. Now, Neo, is that on this channel or back to Warcraft 2?
It will be on Back to Warcraft 2. You will be staying here in the limelight, in the spotlight.
Gotcha. So get both monitors working. Get both your Corsair curved monitors plugged in, guys.
Or just get one of these ultra-wide monitors and put both streams on one screen.
True. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. It would be very, that would It'd be annoying for me because, like, the little lines on the corner of the screen, and you can't get it to quite fit. Oh, I can't do it. I need everything full screened.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe there are solutions. I don't know this new technology.
Yeah, there must be.
I just have 5 CRTs here. I'm old school.
Yeah, you can cast, see chat, and play N64 games.
Exactly. Playing Mario Party on the side. That's what life is all about.
Yeah, my new favorite game, Mario Party, actually, perhaps. I've been optimizing it.
You like it more than Warcraft 3?
Oh, it's been fun recently. It's been fun, I'll tell you. I mean, the Mario Party on the Switch, Mario Party Superstars, I think it's called. What a great game. It's a combination of all the old school Mario Parties into one game. Oh, it's a great game. It's a very fun game.
I'd love to play it myself, but I have no friends, so that is out of the equation.
Play it online. I'm sure you can find some people in the community that have Switches and will play with you.
Huh, yeah, it might be. But then, do I have to socialize? Do I have to chat with them?
No, you can spam. There's things called stickers, which are essentially emotes, and you can just spam those, and they're really annoying as opposed to socializing.
I want the same, but for Warcraft. You know, in Dota, they have this chat wheel thingy. I want this for Warcraft with Warcraft quotes.
I see that getting toxic for how some players are in this community, but I'm down for it. I like a little banter.
Yeah, I mean, you could disable it. I'd love to see that.
I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Absolutely. I'm also down for the achievements, which I was excited when we talked about it. I think 2 seasons ago, the potential for achievements made by War3Champions, but that's seems like a tall task.
Well, at least they started it, I guess, on War3Champions. We can probably show this after the game, but there's a lot more icons to grab. It's not just the standard Battle.net achievements you can get. War3Champions makes it a little easier to get successes. And also, they removed the arcs of Concealed Hill, and I will forever be grateful for that.
Yep, we talked about this a little bit last week. The map is aging. Some infrastructure is tumbling down. And keepers are leveling up. Also standard. Peon denied by the staff teleportation. Nicely done. But both players have staff, so Colorful could just run away if he wanted.
Or staff away. Yeah, I thought about this. I will thank the map makers team every single time I see this position with the arcs. And I also thought, how difficult is it to create a pillar like this, but shape it in the form of, let's say, Happy or Moon or Lin? And put it on the map as a little, tribute to the GOAT.
Well, they do have little, I'm thinking of the Twisted Meadows to the north or south of, like, the natural expansions. They have those little statues of, like, a king or something like that. They could just switch that into a player, maybe. I don't know how difficult to get that is, like you say, but that'd be the closest thing to it.
I got so many great ideas for this game. Keep talking, Neo. Keep talking with your bullshit.
Another peon is going to go down. That makes 3, I believe, including the scout peon. So that does hurt eventually. Bestiary is still affordable, but maybe brute strength will be lacking for Soin.
It is getting a bit expensive indeed, and grunts, they are not that tanky. They need the armor upgrades already, and if you're late with the HP upgrades, that turns into a problem. Yeah, I feel Colorful is very, very comfortable here, and once again, like, I don't know what it is, but Colorful seems to be the lucky player at the moment. In Night Elf Mirror, he always gets the Vamp Aura. Last game, we saw him with a Circlet Mantle. Now he gets Claws and Mantle.
Yeah.
He's blessed.
Yeah, he's certainly not complaining with these items, and certainly not complaining with this level 3 either. But Soin's done a good job. He realized his mistake last game was letting that expansion to get up so greedily and unpunished. In this game, he's consistently scouting it. He's sacrificing blade levels for doing this, but I think this is a trade he's willing to make. He can do the creeping later on once he has shamans out. For now, he's just consistently scouting, and this is just going to be an immediate tier 3 tech for Colorful, which is something that maybe Soin could do himself. Just go tier 3 once he realizes this, and then if there is an expansion for Colorful eventually, Soin can just tiny Great Hall.
What is this build by Colorful?
Pure Huntress, maybe. The Remind style. No, he is building archers.
Yeah.
So,
you don't need to go tier 3 for Mass Huntress, I guess.
Yeah. He's going to get Orb very, very early. He can get Priestess very, very early. And, I mean, Archers is still good on one base, but if Soin again can buy enough time for himself to get to tier 3, Soin's going to be favored.
I don't really get this. But okay, Colorful will show me the way. That's for sure. Red spot now, but uh-oh, Creep Jack coming. Does he get the vision with the Wyvern? Is he still going for it? Oh no, he messes up the Ogre! This is not good at all.
He might use a Purge. Okay, that would be a mistake if he used a Purge, of course, but he didn't realize that now he does. Second ward on the ground. Oh, Entangle used. Defensive Purge, but that's the only one for the time being. Second Shaman comes and meets up. Okay, it seems like Colorful doesn't have enough to fight this right now. He's just going to take some damage, but maybe he can find a Shaman kill. Maybe he can importantly force all the Shaman mana, and he is going to get a kill.
Oh, man. Nice deny, of course, but it's still the Shaman down. So in turning this around, he was a little lucky that was only a Huntress and the Serpent Wards were there. I wonder, did he not get the vision with the Wyvern? Isn't that what they're supposed to do, except doing damage and help with creeping?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, he could have put it over the trees, for sure. Alright, he maybe doesn't realize the tier 3 yet. Maybe he has an inkling. This isn't too common of a style, though, especially for that of Colorful. You would expect the Tree of Life just to be hidden somewhere super sneaky, as opposed to the tier 3 tech. But Soin, maybe with level 2, could go Mirror Image and start scouting around, because tier 3 is just around the corner now.
They're fighting for the Ogre. Come with me. No, I got the better candy. Come with me. You need a big van for this Ogre Lord, though.
Yeah, that's a big kid.
Hey, he only got big bones, alright? Don't body shame. Also, he needs a big body because he got 2 heads.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Poor fella. He's going to be made fun of for his whole life for that. He didn't do anything wrong.
Not well. He killed my heroes a bunch of times on Last Refuge, so...
That was a different one, alright?
They all look the same to me.
Lord, well, he won't be a problem for you anymore, but he may be a problem for Colorful as Soin picks up another Medallion of Courage, similar to Game 1. Loses a Grunt for it, worthwhile, of course. Serpent Wars is putting in some serious work on this Alchemist right now. Marksmanship done.
The position and the quantity of these Serpent Wards keeps Soin in the fight. He's floating 800 gold at the moment. Oh, macro up, my friend.
Yeah, he's just staying tier 2. And of course, with strong heroes, you can fight against a tech disadvantage because it is just archers, but even if it is a tech disadvantage, the thing I'm afraid for Soin is that he doesn't even know it's a tech disadvantage. Orb's now out, that's going to be a telltale sign, and Priestess is going to follow. Also, Wellspring not forgotten about. Big fan of that for Night Elves. Soin, what is your reaction? Just creeping, it seems.
Yeah, this is really weird. On map 2, we had quantity over quality. Here we get quality over quantity with a lot of orbs, with fully teched archers. Marksmanship is done already. This army is powerful, but it's also very, very fragile against a high-level Blade Master, against Lightning Shield. Not too sure if this works out.
Okay, Soin pulls the red Drake. He's going to try to get that, but Colorful's just going to run back and forth until there's not enough ensnares to keep the Drake grounded. But for now, Soin could win the fight. This is 50 versus 50. They're really just marksmanship and a single orb, but Soin is going to have Purge to counter the Keeper for now. And as long as he has Purges, as long as he has Lightning Shields, he can deal with the archers.
What are the plays? The Owl is, of course, fantastic. Will provide information for the rest of the game. It's unkillable. Just expires, then you summon a new one because you don't use any other mana. It's Owl first.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's just so damn good. It's just so damn good. It's always going to be tracking Soin. He can never go for like a sneaky camp. He's always going to be telegraphed when he's pushed in. Colorful's always going to be in the perfect position. And now Colorful seems confident to continue taking a fight. He's just going to pressure Soin across the map and then maybe take a fountain eventually. Maybe try to get both eventually. And now he has a second orb as well. This is looking rough for Soin.
He needs incredible fights. These Shaman mispositioned. All open. But he has the supply lead. For now, still doesn't want to engage. 150, maybe needs an Invo Potion. That Shaman, ooh, healed, but only for so long. Feels like a little bit of a waste. Invo Potion up now. These might be the deciding moments of this entire series. Colorful, just with the tier 3 marching forward. Another misposition on the Kodo, has to use, oh, that Purge, but man, that Kodo is just melting against all that piercing damage. Love the Scroll of Protection, love the Roar. This is Colorful in prime shape.
And Entangle to control the Blade Master because the Shamans can't go too far forward without being focused down. Shadowhunter finally gets level 3. Maybe level 2 Heal Wave is the play. Yeah, he does skill it. Alchemist gets level 3 as well. Priestess level 2. Tons of upgrades on both sides. 39 against 40. The supply's still even, which is actually going to be favoring, I think, Soin, because he does have the Blade Master in the front doing a ton of damage, but the Orbs are going to be doing the same. Raider stays to the back, but Archers being taken care of by Grow with Lightning Shield, and Town Portal Force, not a bad fight at all by Soin.
Well, he started this fight with a 10 supply lead, and I ask you, where's that lead now? It's gone, and he's at a 4 supply deficit. 15 supply swing. Both have a big bank to be working from. Soin also 2 units already in queue, so is effectively at 30 on the field. And Colorful, he doesn't really need too much army because he got this 2 ranged units with Orb.
Yeah.
They're almost enough already.
Yeah, Soin needs to get a couple of creep camps. If Soin can get level 4-4, he'll be in a decent spot, but it seems like Colorful's just gonna wait for that 3rd orb, try to get maybe Lionhorn from this fountain, and then I'm wondering if Colorful's ever going to try to expand. And send an Owl out to scout very, very soon, I would imagine. Yeah, the Owl's gonna find Soin's army now. Soin gets Pendant of Energy, that's a nice upgrade. And now there's pretty much just one more red camp to fight over, and then the game becomes a little bit murky as to what to do for both these players.
Yeah, is it time for expansions then, I wonder? Of course, this will be scouted. Do you want to fight a Night Elf at the fountain? Oh, almost the last hit. 1-1-1 build is up. Bottom with the 2-shot aura. Also more damage thanks to the boots. But no heal scrolls or anything. But so disengaging. As long as Colorful doesn't have that expo up, I think this is still playable. But it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, even supply yet again. Mana for the Shadowhunter will be good. Only a single clarity though. Someone with not a ton of gold to buy mana potions. You ideally love to have double clarity, double mana pot, and then break upkeep after you have that. But Soin not able to, and Soin probably not able to creep this fountain either as Colorful goes forward. Gonna kill the shop, and the burrows not reinforced. The upgrade only 50% done.
Oh yeah. Dude, I love these timings by Colorful. First at the red spot in the middle, then at the red spot on the right. Of course, now it's a little easier because he got the owl, but the moment Soin leaves the base and wants to do something big, the last remaining big spot on the map, Colorful is pouncing on this base, and that's the burrow gone. That's the shop gone. This is Soin facing the lower bracket.
And burrow's falling. Soin just committing in for the camp. He wants to get the experience. He realizes reinforce is going to be done soon. And Soin going to finish the whole camp. He does get level 4 blade, nearly level 4 on the Shadowhunter, and he's got really, really good items from the Shadow, but the burrows going to fall. So he needs to keep a lot of peons alive, and he's got to smash this fight, or he's going to be facing lower bracket absolutely very, very soon. We might be in a position once again where only hero focus is the name of the game. There's 1 staff available for Colorful now. He also has a 700 gold bank, so whatever he's losing now can be instantly replaced. The 3rd attack upgrade is coming. So send your prayers. You need every tiny bit of support you can get. Colorful is moving further and further ahead. Needs a lot of crits now. Bottom. Oh, moves it on the archer, and none of them dies. As the base is ravaged, the army is decimated, the economy is suffering. And so it is not in a good spot at all. Yeah, there's going to be a 3rd orb soon for Colorful. I imagine it's still on cooldown from when the Priestess, I think, bought it. But yeah, 1 archer died to the lightning shield. The 2nd one almost did, but was detonated. And 46 against 40. So in supply block, rebuilt the shop to the left. But Colorful getting the 3rd attack upgrade for these archers. That will make even the bottom aura probably stronger as well once that finishes in 7 seconds. Yeah, there's still upgrades for Colorful, which is crazy at this stage in the game. This tier 3 was so early. Boom, +5 thanks to the aura. So good.
And of course, in just 4 minutes, he gets a free expansion as well. Is this the last stand? He has only so much control. Goes for the keeper, who has a TP and an invo potion. Maybe not the prime target to grab.
Oh, grunts. 1 grunt, 2 grunt. Oh my god, it's dead in under 2 volleys. Unreal. The poison didn't have time to do damage.
Such a good strategy. It is a fragile strategy. You need to buy time for the tier 3. You sacrifice your expansion that you usually rely on. But once this tier 3 Night Elf is up, how do you deal with it?
Hacks.
What's the
He's got
counter?
hacks, by the way.
Wait! Oh my god, but the staff can of course hacks the critters as well. Nicely using it. Nicely purchasing the second staff when he needed it. Colorful, almost a flawless game, I'd say.
Yeah, no signs of weakness here at all. And Tree of Life comes up behind this. Colorful realizing he doesn't need to break upkeep to win this one. He can just keep pressing forward to get that 2-base economy rolling. The map is prepped out. There's nothing for Soin to do other than run around and play defensive, and then eventually go for hero kills yet again. But with the double staff you mentioned, hero kills not going to be a possibility, and this stronghold not looking so strong soon enough.
Not at all, and I'm also not too sure if he can hold.
Well done.
Professional caster, dude. You're working with 5-star talent here.
True.
Man, this double expansion is definitely a get out of my game sign. The middle can then be occupied by the Tree of Eternity. Alchemist is healing everything. Loving that play by Colorful. These raiders are just gone for. Shaman are falling left, right, and center. The supply grab is growing and growing and growing in Colorful while... Well, he was struggling on map 1 with the talent style, and I questioned this, but once you give him a keeper, once you give him Huntress and Archers, he just owns every orc there is. And that was the case as well. Winner bracket semi-final, and finally, a Chinese victory for Colorful.
Yeah, well deserved. Colorful played really, really good. Didn't struggle after losing map number 1. He stuck to what we know him for, what we expect him to play solid, and he did indeed. He's going to make it into the winner bracket semifinals, and he's going to be facing a Night Elf. The question just is, what Night Elf now? Soin will be facing an undead, an orc, or a human in the losers bracket, right? I think that's how this tournament works, Neil.
Dude, these lower bracket crossing thingies is always a mystery to me.
Yeah,
but we'll figure it out till then. This match. All right. Told the players what the schedule is. I hope they know, but you're never sure. Always make double sure that the players know what's up. Thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you, Odin782 for the 9-month resub. Take my prime, Neo. All right, Carson, you don't get a share from that sub. Protection, thank you for the 2-month resub. Great streams, love this stuff. We, as Carson said, have 3 more games for you, Colorful. The favorite prevails, and maybe we can finally get a Chinese finalist. I think we've never had this ever before.
Yeah, true.
Still waiting for that. Last time they got real close with Kao finishing 3rd, but wasn't meant to be. W3Champions, of course, as Carson is organizing the next match between Foggy and Kao. We can show you why W3Champions is so awesome, why we celebrate this server. Well, first of all, because I hear you typing very, very loud.
I'll mute.
Well, first of all, because they provided a playground for Warcraft 3 when there was none. After Reforged, when Battle.net was, not even having matchmaking, really. They got us the profiles, they got us the rankings and leagues. Insane matchmaking by world-class mathematicians. These algorithms, I can't even read them. These guys come up with them. So whenever you queue, you get an opponent at the same skill level as you have. All you have to do is to go to W3Champions.com and download a little add-on, a little third-party add-on for your Warcraft 3, and then join the battle. That's all you have to do here on the side. And then have the best Warcraft 3 experience there ever was. Not only for 1-on-1, but also for 2-on-2, 4-on-4, FFA, and many fun game modes as well. You can track your stats. We have an advanced camera zoom that is definitely better than the Battle.net one. Probably the biggest 1-on-1 community there is, I'd say. Not 100% sure. We even have a ladder for random. And we got servers all over the world. I think we're up to 30 servers now. This might be a little outdated here. But we got servers in Oceania, in South America. You know, these regions that have always been abandoned by Blizzard that made it so hard for these guys to play. W3Champions got a heart for you. And W3Champions is caring about you. And if you're not a player, but more of an observer, they got Flow TV. You can just watch every single game that's played on the ladder live. You can also download the replays of these matches. So they fulfill the need of everyone. W3Champions, hoorah.
Hoorah, I think is what they say, Neil.
Sorry, I'm still learning.
It's all right. We all are. We're all learning sometimes.
Of course, the W3Champions team is doing this for quite a while now. And they gave it all. They spent so much time, so much of their free time. These guys are not doing it for a profit, guys. They just do it for the love and passion for this game, next to having a family, next to having real-life jobs. So if you want to help them out, contact them on their Discord. You find the link on their homepage, W3Champions.com. They need help when it comes to coding JavaScript, C#, .NET, jQuery, and now everybody will say, oh lol, jQuery 2022, shut up and just help. Rust for the servers, TypeScript and Node. Also graphic designers, if you can do animations, that would be amazing. Or if you just want to become a moderator and swing the hammer to get the filth out of this community. There's a few foul apples, but there are. And that's why we need an active moderator team. Unlike in Battle.net, where you just have a button and all the reports end up in the void. Not the case for W3Champions, the admin team, and the moderator team is working hard to keep the server clean. Carson, are you still on the server or are you banned already?
Not banned yet, but soon. I'm working on it.
Nice. NA,
Always
baby.
working on it. Yup.
We get the next winner bracket quarterfinal up. It's going to be Foggy versus Kaho, but only after a little break that gives you some time to check out backtowarcraft.com/support. If you need some new hardware, check out our sponsor CORSAIR. If you need a replacement for your typical energy drinks, check out Holy. Or if you're into the iced tea business, Holy got you covered there as well. Or if you need an alternative to your nutrition, go for Huel. These are our lovely sponsors. Go check them out, or think about a sub to get some lovely emotes. Every tiny bit helps. That also goes for the prize pool here at the W3Champions Finals. You see that number here? I'd love to have a 4 in front, or maybe even a 5. W3C Finals.backtowarcraft.com. Little break, and then we're back with Foggy versus Kaho.